Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. As some of you might have seen, I did manage to pull Mr. Fantastic from Early Access Bundle as a 5-star, and that completed my Fantastic 4 collection. Now that does mean that I will have to do a review video of Mr. Fantastic separately as well. However, he has a lot of useful abilities and synergies with the rest of his teammates and many different champions, and there's so much to test and check out for him. But first thing, I wanted to see if this Mr. Fantastic synergy can in fact replace that impractical synergy Thing has with Hela and Angela and the rest of the gang, and it turns out it can, and it can do it fairly spectacularly. So the synergy I'm talking about is the one where if you are starting above 20% of your health, you gain 60% of bar power over 6 seconds, or if you are starting below 20% of your health, you regenerate set amount for 6 seconds. So that works perfectly with champion synergy, and yeah, Thing becomes a whole different beast entirely. Now, arguably it does work slightly bit better with the 6-star version because of adrenaline mechanic, but outside of the first kind of fight, there is hardly any difference, and it is definitely viable to be used with like 4 stars and 5 stars as well. Just the first fight might need to be a bit more different. However, here is the idea. As we can see, we are basically getting KO'd within the first hit, or would be KO'd if not for champion synergy. However, at the same time, we are healing up, and while the champion synergy is protecting us from taking any damage, the Mr. Fantastic synergy continuously heals us up to about 9, 10, 12%, and that is all we need to finish off the fight because of that massive fury damage. As we can see here, a 6-star rank 1 Thing is dispatching opponents in 6-1-6 all or nothing lane before they actually reach their special 3. So once again, let's see how it happens. They start hitting us, we would die, champion synergy saves us. However, continuously in the background, passively, we are healing to about a 13, 14, 12%, depends kind of. And yeah, with that, we get our insane damage output, and we can use the Thing in an actually decent kind of setup, because the only things really that are required for this is Mr. Fantastic and the champion, so that leaves you with 2 slots. Obviously, if you bring in the rest of the gang, that helps you even further to get more rock stacks quicker and put up some insane damage numbers. As we can see here, that was like a 50k level 2 when last bit of special 2 didn't even crit. All of them are dropping down from a 6-star rank 1 with no boosts, no suicides, super quickly, and it's definitely a really easy way to kind of like cheat through many quests. So we can see again champion synergy at work. We want to get hit as many times as possible. Additionally, the full Fantastic 4 synergy lets you gain rock stacks quicker with Thing, and that means that within a combo or 2 you already will reach your 15 rock stacks and will be able to go unstoppable, which is going to make it easier for you to kind of get that cutoff point when you need to start striking opponent back when your champion synergy is about to expire. And here we can see that we are tearing our way through this lane. We are in fact going to go for a sentinel kill as well. However, there is Electro on the path where I will just drop in Human Torch and Invisible Woman to get through that, because, you know, damage back from Electro would kind of like cut my fun activities short. So you do have to keep that in mind. Obviously, just like original problems with the Thing, there are still many issues like magics and electros and some other passive damage over time nodes that you do need to be wary of. But here we can see that we have 10 of those Mega Furies, 1 level 2. Let's see for how much this hits. It's 49k non-crit. If that crit, that would have been some insane damage. Now Cable is up for some clobbering time next, and once again we're starting at 10%. We're gonna let him smack at us at the beginning, so he triggers our champion synergy. That means that the remainder of our heal is gonna be saved basically. At this point we only got 8 stacks, but that is definitely more than enough to put up some incredible damage numbers. And yeah, so we are ready to drop our level 2 and finish this fight off in a spectacular manner. 72k crit that nearly KO'd him. Those are some really amazing numbers from a 6-star rank 1 champion. And yeah, so here's the Electro fight. I'm just gonna quickly speed through that one. I was thinking for a second what is going to be my strategy, and I just decided to brute force it with my Human Torch and with my Invisible Woman, should that fail. And yeah, so we can see here we can also notice quite efficiently though that entering Nova Flames with the full Fantastic synergy is so much easier with Human Torch, and that will be one of the following videos on this channel, kind of checking out Human Torch when he is in his full setup, and how easy or quick you can enter in Nova Flames and what does it do to your damage output. But yeah, here we have lost a couple of percent to finish on this Electro. I do not want to make a silly mistake and get wrecked here, so I do play it a bit carefully. I do stack some vulnerabilities so I can get that Electro down with fewer hits. After this fight we will have Green Goblin, which is going to be the last fight on this path, and then we're going to have a boss fight. And then additionally I'm going to be showcasing the damage and the practicality of a rank 3 5-star thing in Uncollected Quest, and we're going to be doing a Dr. Doom final fight as well. But all in all, I'm definitely super happy with the synergy. I'm excited that the thing can come out of his shell, and it doesn't require you to dedicate an entire synergy team to him anymore. And in addition, the Fantastic Four does seem to be complementing each other relatively well, and that makes these champions much more appealing. And I definitely want to playtest a lot more with kind of like different setups, different options, because we have all of these class synergies as well. For instance, if we drop in the She-Hulk, then all of the Fantastic Four themselves will get the powers thing, and there's just so much to test, so much to try out. But currently with this, I had so much fun with the thing this morning that I'm strongly considering taking him to rank 2 as an unduped 6-star, and obviously ranking up Reed Richards as well, just to have kind of like as much of Fantastic Four highly ranked as possible, because it is a huge amount of fun, and I without a doubt think that there's going to be a lot of practicality to it as well. Additional huge point that I forgot to mention up until now, but I just got reminded by that Fisticuffs node, is the fact that all of these effects are passives. Therefore, they cannot be negated with nullification abilities, they cannot be pilfered, they can ignore stuff like Mephisto, Fisticuffs, Buffet, so on and so forth, because none of this stuff can be negated or really prevented from being activated by like your regular means that counters the buffs. In case of this regeneration, we can see that it's passive, that is not even an icon popping up that you are regenerating, and it's awesome. I love it. I think it's an additional kind of benefit as to compared to when using Hela and Angela or Heimdall and stuff like that, because you do not actually activate any buffs. And we all know that this Sentinel is an extremely huge slug quest, because unless you have some sort of guaranteed crit abilities or damage over time, you basically will never be critting or dealing any substantial damage. However, if we look at the numbers the thing is producing, even without ability to crit, we are doing just fine here. He is going down relatively quickly. I believe we are going to be able to close out this fight within 100 hits, which is in my opinion, really amazing for a 6-star rank 1 who doesn't have particularly great skill set to counter this final boss. And basically, we're not going to be able to land a single crit in this fight up at this point once he has reached 100 analysis. So yeah, definitely great going for the thing. And as I mentioned, as soon as this fight is going to be over, we're going to take in a 5-star rank 3 in Uncollected and see how quickly we can get through that. It's really fast though. It's really fun and fast. So this fight is about to be over. It was a bit more of a slugfest compared to the rest of them because of no crits, but still 92 hits for a 6-star rank 1, definitely solid. So now we are in final quest of this month's Uncollected with Dr. Doom as final boss, and we're going to be using a 5-star to show how 5-star can work, but it will be a bit more difficult for the first fight. The first fight, the big difference is you have to finish below 20% of your health in order to be able to use this kind of like cheese method. However, the first fight, because of no adrenaline mechanic, you're going to be forced to close out on like 1 HP or 1% health. And that, however, means that, you can't rely on parries or you can't deal with projectiles. But still, it wasn't like it was an impossible task. As we see, we were able to close it out. Still extremely easy. So yeah, when using a 5-star champion, you either want to be really conservative in the first fight and kind of let opponents to chip you down close to 20% mark and finish out that fight normally without using this champion synergy, or you want to take that risk and you will have to finish it out with like 1%. However, every consecutive fight is going to be super easy to deal with and to work around, just like with a 6-star champion, and that works perfect pretty much. As you can see, everything is dying by the time we get our first level 2, which is quick because they start the fight off with landing a couple of combos in our face. So typical fight in uncollected with a rank 3 5-star without boosts, without suicides, is like 10-20 hits, which is definitely fun. I really want to rank up my thing right about now. So when it comes to like a direct comparison, it is a bit less safe and kind of maybe slightly more tricky to pull off than a full-on Hella Angela synergy team with the champion and stuff like that. But this lets you bring in so much better champions, so much more versatile champions, because in between the Thing and Human Torch you have loads of immunities. In between Invisible Woman there's like a lot of sustainability, and Mr. Reed Richards himself just gives you so much versatility with his synergies or pre-fight abilities, and basically enhances all of the champions even more. So this is definitely, in my opinion, the way to play Thing moving forward if you have Mr. Fantastic. And in fact, I like it so much that I'm strongly considering to rank up my own Thing, either 6-star unduped or a 5-star. It's probably going to be a 6-star though. But now we are here at that pesky final Dr. Doom boss, and we're going to see how well we can deal with this dude. So we are immune to shock, which is like one of the main things why we are able to do this fight. But at this point we have 9 Mega Furies and we are ready to rumble. Now Dr. Doom does have a lot of armor and a lot of critical resistance also, so the numbers aren't going to be as epic as we saw before, because previously we even saw a 40k crit on level 2 against Massacre with class disadvantage, so that was some insane stuff. But anyways, the video is nearly over. The fight is about to be done here. As we can see that he's definitely doing a really solid work as a rank 3 5-star against that Dr. Doom final boss. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys like what you saw. Let me know what you think about the synergy team setup. Does this maybe perhaps make you rethink your opinions about Fantastic Four and Thing in particular? But yeah, that's it for today. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.